Okay,
We are recording.
cool. So, how is everyone? I haven't seen everyone in a fortnight or longer, in fact.
Yeah, not
I've
too bad.
I've been dying to death all week.
Mm.
Man flu, which has enabled me to catch up on some Walking Dead, which I had
Oh,
totally ignored.
shush, shush.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no spoilers, no
Couple episodes behind
spoilers.
on that.
What, the show or
Oh,
the?
real life Walking Dead, Sheffield Town Centre.
We,
No, I'm fucking miles behind, man. I have been a good 6 months behind. I stopped watching it. I thought I just can't be arsed with this anymore. I think I mentioned this the other week when I was on. There's that much fucking good stuff. I thought, oh, no, I've done with this. But I've just been laid dying on SETI all week, so I thought, no, we've got to watch something. So I've been catching up on that. So I'm up to the start of this latest series.
you're about where I am then, so it's not too
Yeah,
bad.
all right then.
I think I'm 3 episodes in, so
All right. No, I'm enjoying it again now. It's all right. I don't know what's more disturbing though. I'm finding it a bit troubling seeing all these kids with firearms. I don't know why.
what,
It's
like
a bit
Coral?
weird. But then,
Like Coral? Or Coral, or whatever he says.
Coral.
Coral.
Yeah, and it's a bit weird. There's quite a disturbing scene, and I don't know. Americans are rather a bit gung ho, aren't they? I don't know. I don't know what's more disturbing. Yeah, seeing kids with firearms, or I was thinking how long would you be before you were thinking of shagging Carol in.
I know I didn't Carol is, but that was funny.
You know, but she's gone a bit badass, so it's
Yeah, she has a little bit, hasn't she?
she's
changed.
very good. But I think the main agenda this week. Have you seen this Star Wars trailer?
Oh yes,
Yes, I have.
Wow. What did you think?
Magnificent.
I
can't-
loved it.
I think that. How long is it? About 90 seconds. It's not even that, is it?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think that's
88.
better. That's better. Those 88 seconds. It's better than all three fucking prequels. I think.
Well, that's not hard, to be fair, is it?
Oh, not really. I think
George
Yeah.
Lucas shitting into a bucket would have been better than the three prequels.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that bit with Darth Maul, when you first see Darth Maul with that double-ended lightsaber, that's a cool bit. But other than that, it's shit. But
He was about
Yeah.
the only decent character in the first three films.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's Star Wars. So go on.
Sorry, Christian. Talking of lightsabers, what did you think of the old the bit with the
hilt.
pommel? Now I know there's been
Cut his
quite a
fingers
bit
off.
of controversy about this, isn't there?
Mm,
Well, the internet's sort of a little bit angry about this. They think, oh, it's useless. But what did you think? Because when I saw it, I thought, oh, that's cool.
I thought that's cool. Yeah. My
Yeah.
first thought was, well, that's just a way of getting a new kind of toy out. Cynically, but they've got to do that, haven't they?
But
Yeah.
it's Disney, isn't it? They're going to try and milk this for as much money as they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
so-
I saw someone say it could be some kind of exhaust port for like some kind of amateur lightsaber. So
But the lightsaber itself looks really cool, doesn't it? It's all sort of
Yeah.
wavy and wobbly, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
I really
it's-
like that.
everything about it, I thought was just brilliant. I'm actually excited to go and see it now, and
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say when I saw the Millennium Falcon sweeping
Oh,
in,
That was the best bit.
I got
Fucking hell,
goose
that's the best bit
pimples.
of what? Wow.
How can you get goose pimples at a trailer?
Yeah, for a film that's not coming out for another 12 months.
Yeah,
I know.
fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? And
Yeah, Star Wars was the first film I ever saw. My uncle took me when I was 5.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when that Imperial Star Destroyer flies over it right at the start, I'm fucking a 5-year-old at cinema watching that. It just stayed with me forever. So yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty special. That.
yeah. So hopefully it'll be good.
Hmm.
It's very exciting. I've watched it a few times. I'm sure everyone else here
Yeah.
has.
I've only watched
Which
it once,
one-
actually.
You only
Yeah.
watched it once.
I've only watched it the
Stop
once.
what you're doing. Go watch it now.
I can't, I'm recording.
Press pause.
Yeah, you guys shut up for 3 minutes, I'm going to go watch it.
No, stay there. Because you, like everyone else, were just critical of the first three films, just like I was. I didn't like them either. What did you think of 4, 5, and 6? Did you like them as much as we all do? Or?
I love 4,
I
5
don't.
and 6. Absolutely adore them. I think they're three of the greatest, one of the greatest trilogies ever.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of on my own, though, in the fact that I think Return of the Jedi is the best one.
What?
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
He walks in space.
Well, I think the problem is I always like the good guy resolution.
Yeah.
Because 2 is a fantastic film, don't get me wrong, and everyone loves Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
But it's the bad guys winning.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And it's one of those films where it's so obvious that there's another one coming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, of course, being my age, I didn't have that effect really. I mean, when I started watching Star Wars, it was the remastered editions.
Yeah.
Not in the mid-90s, so
Yeah, they're a bit strange. Then we just add in flying things in that didn't need to be there. And,
yeah, bit of rotoscoping and a bit more CG work on it, but
yeah.
no.
No, I think this new one is just going to be brilliant. I think he's doing it. He's
hope
going
so.
to run it right way. I think so. I like these little snippets he's been putting on Twitter and stuff. These like little. You see that picture he put on of that chessboard that's on, not a chessboard, whatever it's called. That game he plays, that Chewbacca plays on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He put a little snippet in a corner of the table, a picture of it, just like teases, just doing little teases. I think it's brilliant.
I assume you're referring to J.J. Abrams there, Christian.
Yeah.
That's obvious. Yeah. Now, I think he did has done a really good job with the Star Wars reboot, Star Trek reboot.
Yeah.
You know, I really, really like both of those. I think that's. I think Chris Pine is a good Kirk.
I've still not
Yeah,
seen
I
the
think
second
it's
one.
The guy who plays Spock is a good one, and they're just kind of fitting into their characters. So, you know, when I saw the Star Wars trailer, my first thought was, if he does as good a job with Star Wars as he did with Star Trek,
Yeah.
I think everything will be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I think the thing there is, if he does such a good job with Star Wars as he did with Star Trek, the general public is going to absolutely adore it. All the fanboys are going to go mental.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because he's going to make it into a series of films where it's mainstream. It's all about the technology and the characters rather than about the sort of the additional story and the geeky bits.
Yeah, he would appear to have a love of the source material, though. You can tell, I think, where he's handling it. He must. I think he respects it. And the most important thing is he's owned up to using too much lens flare on his Star Trek films. Did you see that last year?
Yeah.
It was a bit like a Michael Bay film or an EA game.
There was a lot, wasn't there?
And he has owned up to say, he did say, oh, I've gone overboard there a bit. So he will dial that back, so that's good.
Cool, okay. And what did everyone think of the little robot, the little round robot? You see him kind of bobbling along going, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I love that.
I like that. It's authentic. I think you could see that in George Lucas's world as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, and I think the kids will love that. As
It
well.
harks back to it. As long as if it's for the kids like Jar Jar Binks was for the kids, it can't be much worse. To be fair, so
Exactly. But if this is something that kids and adults can like, then
That's it.
I think it's one of those because it's in the future from the 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
It just shows that there has been that. It looks like it's that little bit further along the technological sort of time frame, and
I've seen there's like a dissection, frame by frame dissection. People like saying, "Oh, look, Millennium Falcon, it's now got a square radar dish instead of a round one," and shit like this.
that was a bits and pieces ship anyway. I'm sure they replaced 4,000, 5,000 different
Yeah, I
parts
read
of it.
something similar. Yeah. Cool. So Star Wars, very exciting. Only a year to go.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Compared to, have you seen the trailer for Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of that?
I
Jurassic World.
don't want to watch it
Jurassic
anymore.
World. Yes,
Even
I'm
with Chris
afraid.
Pratt.
I didn't realise this until I read the graphics in it. The CGI is actually it's like we're being given alpha build graphics. I'm thinking this CGI looks shite, and apparently it's not finished, and they've got to put something in that. So we're now being given, as well as PC games in alpha, we're being given fucking films in alpha as well. It's shocking.
They didn't need to show the dinosaur.
Not really, no.
Show the ground quaking as the big one's walking past, and like that iconic shot where the puddle starts to
Yeah, that's
move.
super.
And everybody would recognise it as a Jurassic
Exactly,
Park.
yeah, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to show a half-finished CGI dinosaur,
Exactly.
genetically modified dinosaur.
We'll all be at the cinema when Jurassic Park comes out, and it will be halfway through, and then it will pause, and it will say, "Downloading update." You know.
No, it'll just crash, and then it will restart, and then there'll be a day one patch will download. You have to restart all
cool.
over from the beginning again.
So, when is Jurassic Park coming out? It's coming out in the summer. It's going to be.
Yeah, is it another
Yeah, I
6
think,
months?
I think it's queued up for the summer blockbusters, isn't it?
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean.
It looks formulaic enough to give a miss, to be honest. It's,
Yeah.
Not enough Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah, super.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I was excited when I realised there was a trailer. I had heard nothing about Jurassic World. I didn't know it was coming. And of course, Jurassic Park is over 20 years old now. It's
That's
unbelievable
depressing.
how fast that time has gone by. And I don't know. I think I might have to wait a little bit longer and see. But the whole idea of a new Jurassic Park
Yeah.
that I could go to myself and just watch it when, you know, as a child, I must have told this story once before, where I really, really, really wanted to go and see it, but I didn't have any friends or anything like that. So I really pretended that I didn't want to go see it, and I never saw Jurassic Park at the cinema.
I saw it the day it came
So-
out, and I got a feeling it was one of the first or second film I saw at the cinema.
Bastard. Yeah.
It was that or Cool Runnings. I can never remember which way around they
Fucking
came out.
hell, cool running. Yeah, a young whippersnapper.
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see,
So
I see they've announced the new Bond film as well today. haven't
Yeah, that looks potentially brilliant
they? It does, yeah.
with that cast.
That's magnificent. I think
That's it.
Daniel Craig's best.
Can't be
I mean,
much
I'm a
worse than
massive Bond
Skyfall.
fan, and I think
I like him.
He's brilliant.
He's a good Bond.
so much darker, isn't it?
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's better than Skyfall and Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
yeah. Question spot.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Skyfall, I thought Skyfall was a pretty good film,
Yeah,
but it wasn't a Bond film.
yeah.
The gadgets are in it for all of 5 seconds,
Hmm.
and the Bond girl dies after whatever it is, and
Yeah, but wasn't I took
it's one of
it
the best
that
baddies, though. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah, I actually took it that the Bond girl was what's she called? Spoiler alert. I after watching it a couple of times, I've
I'm
looked
talking
at
about
it
the
and
other one. I can't remember who it was now. What her name was?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, but
Yeah.
instead of being like a traditional Bond girl, it was as if they were serenading. It's just all in my head, maybe. But yeah, it looks really good. What's your favorite Bond film?
See, everyone in
You
my
go over that,
generation, everyone in my generation always says GoldenEye.
Yeah,
It's a great film.
Because
It is a
it's
good film.
for people sort of between the ages of say 30 and 15 now. Their
Yeah.
first film was probably GoldenEye,
right.
and it's got that iconic start to it, off
Yeah.
the dam.
That's
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's good.
To be honest, I like From Russia with Love.
Yeah, it's classic, isn't it?
I think that's one of my top 2 favourites. That with GoldenEye.
Hmm.
Less said about the rest of the Pierce Brosnan ones, the better, I think.
Yeah. Hmm.
Cool. So what else have we got to talk about? Any more movies or?
Could talk about Tony Blair's Christmas card. Excuse me. It's a fucking
Oh, that's been doing
abomination.
the rounds, isn't
Have
it?
you not
Twitter?
seen it?
No,
Oh,
no.
Dear, you need to have a look for it. It's all over Twitter.
It's
Okay.
it's a very strange photograph. It's as if someone's got their hand up his arse. It's like
For sure, he probably has.
some very strange, very stilted expressions on it. Yeah, check
It's a
it
very
out.
forced smile on his face, isn't it?
Yeah, check it out, podcasters, if you've not seen the Tony Blair Christmas card.
Tony Blair's Christmas card. I will be looking at that as soon as we're finished. So, games now. We recently had Black Friday. So,
Yep.
did anyone? Let's ignore games for a little bit. Did anyone pick up any real objects on the Black Friday sales? Maybe from Amazon or?
Got some Ethernet cables. Does that count?
That counts. I mean, they're cheap anyway. But,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
were cheap. They were about 50p each for 5 meters of 5 meters ago. But yeah, that was the only non-digital thing I bought.
yeah.
Yeah.
Christian, any real products?
I bought a wireless Bluetooth speaker, about half
Yeah.
price. Pretty good as a present.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's about it.
I like
It's
the way
funny,
they bring. Go on.
I can't believe when it was on Thursday night when they're like a countdown to, oh, it's Black Friday's coming, everybody's going bananas. Fucking websites have got a queuing system to get onto the websites. Like,
That's
And
to stop
you
them
are-
crashing.
Fucking hell.
yeah, you are 55 minutes away from. My mate Nate, who we play with every night on games, he says, I'm just going to stream this for a laugh. So we started streaming and watching. Got 3 different websites up, and he ended up having 7 viewers.
Wow.
Wow, the parody
The
of
whole
that.
point of websites is that you can buy what you want when you want. You shouldn't have
Yeah.
to queue. You know, buy more fucking servers, Amazon. Come on.
That's it.
See, I've
It's
just thought actually,
that.
I did buy one thing that was physical because I'm holding it in my hand right now.
Yeah.
It's a new battery for my vape stick thing.
Oh, okay. Go on.
So it's an Aspire CFG power, but it's one of those ones with the adjustable dials on the bottom, so I can change the voltage.
So you can change the
Yeah,
voltage.
and the
Yes.
battery
So,
lasts me about 4 or 5
keep in
days.
mind-
Oh Christ, that's a brick.
That's getting bigger and
Yeah.
bigger by the week.
I think Brendan said to me he knew it was only a matter of time the first time I mentioned vaping. So this is my second big box mod, which is that's got the little. I'll take the battery out for you, Rich. I don't
Yeah,
because
because I saw these. One of the only place I've seen them online, but apparently they'd sold out pretty much instantly every time they
Yeah.
get stock of them.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
it's a beast of
that's
thing,
an 18650 battery.
Right, I think mine's I've got it's a 1600 mAh or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I threw it away the packaging the other day, so
Yeah, so they're probably very similar, aren't
yeah.
they?
But mine's it's still that same sort of round, long pen style.
Yeah, like a regular battery,
Yeah,
just bigger.
carbon
Yeah.
fibre and all that. My one is. It's all very
Cool.
fancy.
I tell you, one of these weeks I'm going to be a sat vaping myself, aren't I? So I'll just take it up because I'm
Yeah,
seeing
just-
you
just
every
join
fucking
us.
week.
Did you used to smoke, Christian, or was it your wife?
No,
who used to
as a
smoke?
boy, recreationally,
Right.
pub, something to do.
Yeah,
No, not really.
so it starts. Cool.
Yeah.
I did get a
So-
new flavour
oh.
as well, by the way.
Yes,
Different.
shall we talk about flavours,
Yeah,
Rich?
just a
I was
little
going to
bit.
ask. Go on.
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
Because I'm smoking blackberry at the
Yeah.
moment.
Oh, I've not seen a blackberry
So-
before. So.
It's you can get that from VIP Electronics.
Oh
Figure
yeah,
Out.
yeah. That's where I got my very first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's currently it's a blueberry silk cut mix,
Ah,
which is
yeah,
good. So
interesting.
it's quite a sweet one, but with a little bit of
Yeah.
a sort of peppery
Yeah.
aftertaste. So it's
Did
actually
you,
very nice.
did you mix that or
I did, yeah.
right?
Nice and easy. Just get the two flavours and stick them in the capsule and
Okay, cool.
roll it around. a bit.
Cream. Can you get blueberry and cream?
You can get there's a vanilla one. I don't know if there's a cream one.
Vanilla, yeah.
You get strawberry and cream.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there are so many flavors and so many different companies.
Yep.
There's even a range of prices from the sort of £4 to £5 for your 10 mils up to sort of £15 to £20. I've seen. I've never tried any of the super high end.
I've not tried the super iron one because the cheap ones do the job.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
the
the
thing.
cheap ones do it.
I don't know whether or not they burn better and you get a better hit off them or anything like that, but
Maybe.
I say I pay £10 for 30 mil or £12 for 30 mils.
£10 for 30 mils. That's
Yeah.
that's as much as I would do
Yeah,
as well.
and it's
While
lasts me
you're
for
there,
ages.
Rich,
Yes, mate.
I might as well let you know. Have you heard of General's Juices?
General's Juices? No, I haven't.
Right, generalsjuices.co.uk. It's quite a
Okay.
quite a small e-juice mixing thing.
Other e-juices
and they,
mixes are available.
yeah, other ones are available.
From all good
We're not
retailers.
sponsored by the BBC. So there's a little bottle
Yeah.
there. If I hold it
See,
up
I
to the
think
camera.
they're
So
all probably exactly the same, aren't they? They all
They're
come in the
they're all
exact same
quite similar,
bottles,
although-
everything.
Yeah, this guy does a custard flavour, which is very nice. You wouldn't believe it, but it is. Promise.
Fair enough.
And he does a nice sampler where you get 5 bottles,
Yeah.
5 ml bottles for a tenner, so you
That's
can
not
sort of
bad.
try what you like
Yeah.
to see. So check them out because I've been really quite pleased with the stuff they've supplied me with.
They're very
How
nice.
much do you reckon you're saving, boys, each week?
Oh, stupid amount. I think it
Yeah?
cost me. I mean, the
Stupid
new
versus
battery cost me
smoking, yeah.
25 quid.
Yeah.
And that's the second battery I've had, and I buy a 30 ml bottle a month, which is a tenner, 12 quid.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
After you pay for the initial outlay on your vaping equipment, juices are like a tenner a month.
yeah, and then you get the odd replacement bit you need, which is probably only a tenner a go as well. So I'd say 20 quid a month I'm spending
Yeah.
compared to
Oh.
100 and something quid.
Very good. Save all that money up and put it towards a crack habit, something like that.
Well, I've put it towards my own flat at the moment, so it's done that job
Cool.
for me.
So how is your flat, Rich? You moved
It's-
recently. didn't you?
Yes, a couple of weeks ago now. It's very nice. It's still got to put the pictures up, but other than that, computer's all set up, TV set up. All I need now is a sofa, which apparently will be delivered by Christmas. So
Fingers crossed.
yeah, and they'll have somewhere for other people to sit.
Yeah.
At the moment, it can
Talking
only
of-
be me.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so at the moment I've only got my little IKEA armchair thing, so I can't have anyone else.
I
around.
imagine you don't fit into that very well, Rich.
I do actually. It's very nice. It's a perfect fit. You call
He's
me
quite a
Jack?
big man. If you've never met him, Christian.
All right. Talking of pictures, I've got a terrible habit. Look at this.
Go on.
Buying picture frames and putting fuck all in them. I've got picture frames all over the house.
Fucking hell.
Right? There's more upstairs. They're everywhere, and they've got no fucking pictures in them, which is bizarre because I used to be a photographer, and I've got thousands and thousands of photos of our young'un, for example, and pictures I've done myself that I love. And I've got a folder full of photographs, my favourite photographs ever taken, stuff like that by other photographers. I just can't be asked to do it.
Yeah,
All of
everything in
all
it.
over
Yeah,
the
it's a lot
house.
of effort, isn't it?
But you can be bothered to line it up, put a nail in the wall,
Oh, yeah.
hang it level,
Yes.
and
That's,
fair
that's,
enough.
that's called a nagging miss.
When are you going to put those picture frames up?
Yeah.
Yeah, the next time when I've got the camera working next time, which hopefully I'll be
Yes.
able to because we won't have to record this offline. I'll show you some of the pictures I've got because I've got some Batman ones and a Banksy like as well, all from the old house, but they're all quality canvases.
I've got one interesting photograph. You can see this. It's Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's American. It's DAA on the Mexican border in the 70s arresting some Mexicans. Very interesting. Beautiful photograph. It's just the
Very
kind of thing
nice.
to have in your living room.
Cool. So, games. Now, there was a Steam
Yes.
sale. Naturally, we were talking about the old Black Friday. They had it on Steam. Did anybody take a little dip? Or
One off Steam and one off Origin. Although I bought the one
Go
off
on.
Origin at the start.
what did you get?
I got Shadow Warrior off Steam. I think it was £2, 10p.
Yes. Now, I've heard about that. Is it any good? Is it funny? It's a remake of the
It's
original.
very funny. And
Yeah.
it's fast paced. It's a bit more old school shooter style.
Yeah. I
And
regret not getting it now.
a lot
'cause I
of
saw it.
handheld combat, so you're swinging a katana around. But if you've got the Steam version, you get different weapons, different handheld weapons. So you can have the Walking Dead pickaxe, and I think they've got the Saints Row. You love this. They've got the Saints Row penetrator, I think it is, or whatever they call it,
The penetrator, yes.
the big purple thing.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go down.
But
on
they
Christmas.
don't quite work because they've still got the same animations as the katana. So
Fair enough.
yeah, so they don't
Okay.
quite work properly. But yeah, it's a brilliant fun game, and so for £2, it's an absolute bargain.
Yeah, absolutely. And what did you get of Orange? Was it Battlefield 4 for
No,
about 3K?
I bought Battlefield 4 with the whole lot for £45. You know that. The Battlefield 4 that I've had uninstalled since before the DLC came out,
Yeah,
and haven't played any of the DLCs that I paid for.
I know.
But I bought Dragon
haven't
Age
played much.
Inquisition,
Dragon Age, okay.
and it's got a very good chance of being my game of the year.
Right, okay.
I've put about 35 hours into it, and I can
Already?
easily put another 100 in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm sort of worried about Dragon Age. I love the Bethesda games so much. You all know this. I love Skyrim. I'm
Yeah.
playing it again for the second time round, and I'd really love a big open world RPG with dragons and sword fights and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I just want it to be Bethesda. How
It's-
similar are they?
it's EA does Skyrim. I think it's or BioWare
Right.
does Skyrim. Really, to be fair,
Okay.
it's a bit more story based, a bit
Mhm.
less. I mean, you still got it's not one big open world. You've got your
Okay.
war table thing which you go to, and you can go to different areas basically. But the areas are huge. I think I've done 20 hours in one of the areas, and I've still only unlocked like 25 of the 36 locations in it.
Right. Okay.
And there's, I don't know how I've got 7 or 8 unlocked, and I know there's another 4 or 5 to unlock at the moment. The areas
So
this
it's
size.
big and open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slow boil game as well because you spend. I think I spent 10 hours in the first area, and I'd done about a third of it. But that gave me enough influence and everything else to get to the next set,
Yeah.
the next few areas. And once you get to that bit, the game opens up massively.
Okay.
So,
Is that the game that's got all those sex scenes in it?
probably. I haven't got any of them yet.
All
They
right.
take some work, from what I can tell.
Right. They look hilarious. It looks brilliant.
Probably. I haven't seen any of them. So.
There's one with a massive chap with some horns on his head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've seen that
Dawn
was
or
laid on the
something,
bed.
his name
It looks hilarious.
is. Yeah, I've kind of left all that stuff to the side so far. So
All
the
right.
story in it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's a proper BioWare epic
Yeah. Yeah.
multiple hour story, and it's probably their best since Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
Well, they've made many games since then, but it's probably up there with Mass Effect, sort of Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2 for story wise.
Yeah.
I won't say much
Cool.
about Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. And how much did you pay for that, Rich? Was it?
I paid
50% off or-
28 quid, I think it was,
Yeah.
29 quid.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
That's
not a bad deal.
for a recent release. That's
And for the amount of
pretty
hours I'm
good.
going to get out of it.
Yeah, all things considered, 30 quid in Skyrim and 300 hours.
Yeah, I think I paid
Yeah,
£10 for Skyrim and
money,
I've had 150 hours out of it. So
Exactly. Brilliant. Yeah.
What was the game called
question.
before? What was the game called that came out before Skyrim? Same
Oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time? Did I ever tell you about that time I was playing Oblivion and I'd got vampirism, and that's years and years ago. And I was suffering from depression.
Never
at the
told
time.
us.
Right, I was suffering from a bit of depression at the time, and I went to see my parents, and I got 10 minutes to kill, so I thought, oh, I've got my mum's PC, I'm bored out of my brain. So I went on a PC, and I wanted to cure this vampirism. So I'm typing into Google, cure for vampirism, She puts she puts two and two together and gets to 5 on it, whatever it's saying is. And she's like, she pulls me to one side week after. She's like, "You all right, love? I know you've been having a few problems, but I saw you were looking for this cure for vampirism." Yeah, I don't think I'm a vampire in real life.
Misunderstanding.
Oh, she's got mixed up and you're playing the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was touching quite delicately. She didn't know how to approach it.
You wouldn't, would you? Lucky
No.
you can type in how to cure being a werewolf. Something like that. Jesus.
Very good.
Wow.
Yeah,
so did
so
you pick anything? Oh, go on, Christian.
No, I was just going to say I picked not any
Yeah.
sales or anything. I got Star Citizen. Now, have you seen Star Citizen?
Yeah, I know what this is.
Star Citizen, sausages. Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't say it. Star Citizen. Yes, I was going to get Elite Dangerous, and
Mhm.
my finger was hovering over the buy button, and I was looking into it. I'm thinking this could get a bit boring quickly. I thought it looks beautiful, but it looks like it might be a bit of a grind. So I thought, look at the long game, Star Citizen. It's very ambitious. I mean, Jesus Christ, what they want to do with that game's amazing, but it's. How much did I pay? I think I paid it's about 30 quid, $45, and that doesn't even get you access to the alpha. That you have to. They're actually allowing people to buy like modules. So I pay another $5, and it allows you to go into the dogfighting module. They call it an area commander mode, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's like a bear. It really is a bare bones at the minute. And Christ, it took me half a day working out what package I wanted. It's so complex. These different packages. It's amazing.
Well, how many
You get
millions did they raise?
Is it up to 60s now? 60 something?
now, 'cause
million?
it's the most successful crowdfunding project so far, isn't it?
It's fucking insane. But what sold me was I saw a video from PAX. Is it in Australia? Some event in Australia where they showed the first-person shooter mode in it.
Keep talking, Christian. I'm going to grab a bit.
Okay, no worries. So you can be flying your ship, and then you can be piloting your ship. You can dock with another ship, and then you can get out of your chair, pick up a rifle, and then
Start
start
shooting.
having a fight. It's unbelievable.
Isn't that what Eve tried doing with that Eve shooter they had on the PlayStation?
I'm not
or
sure, I
planning
never
to make
played
for the
that.
PlayStation. I don't know if they ever actually released it or not. But
No.
they were going to do you had the normal Eve game, so you got the massive space exploration, combat, and
Yeah.
everything else, and then they were going to do sort of the planets that are dotted around. You could have ground combat, but that was going to be console based. So that's going to be a
Right.
console shooter, but it was going to be the same universe and all the same trading and everything else applied to it.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's just like
No, I
Star
never
Citizen's taking
played
that
that,
idea
so,
and then run with it
yeah.
a bit further.
But it's all taking place in CryEngine, and the people that are developing this FPS module for it, they've actually used it before, and I don't know what game they made, but they all know what they're doing, so it looks really exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
just
it's
who
the
knows when
most
it'll come out.
optimistic game ever, isn't it? So
It is really, yeah. But you never know. It might come off. But I don't. There's not going to be like 10 million people in one server. Basically, there's going to be little. There's going to be little like pockets. I think of 100 people. But it's not going to be joined into a
Yeah.
persistent universe. So
'cause what that reminds me of, you guys ever read the book Ready Player One?
no.
No, right. It's
No.
it's about it's sort of a near future book where there's this massive virtual reality world, and everyone plugs into it in their free time, and like, that's where kids go to school. That's where they learn, so they can do all these interactive lessons, and
Yeah.
it's basically like a second universe. But that's exactly what that Star Citizen is starting to remind me of, because it's got all
Alright.
these different modules and everything else.
Yeah.
But this Ready Player One book, this Ernest Cline, I think, wrote it, something like that, and Will Wheaton did the audiobook version, which is it's the best audiobook I've ever listened to. But it's proper 80s culture, sort of old school, all the 80s films, and there's like bits in the book where he has to reenact 80s films, like what is it? Well, he has to do Monty Python, Holy Grail, and the other one, it's the one with Matthew Broderick in it, where he's the kid hacker. Is it War Games?
Oh yeah.
Oh, War Games.
Yeah,
Yes.
that as well. That's in
Shall
it,
we
and
play a game?
all the old 80s arcade games and stuff like that. He has to
Yeah.
play them and beat them, and all sort of intertwined with Dungeons and Dragons and all that as well. But that's what that reminds me of, because the world that's in that is what Star Citizen, it seems to be what it's trying to start.
All right.
Is this a massive interconnected world where you can fly from planet to planet, get off your ship, explore, shoot people, everything else.
Yeah, it's very ambitious, but oh shit, there's poor beer all over the carpet. So,
It's only Thursday, Christian. Come on.
yeah, it's only Thursday. I know. I also picked up 7 Days to Die. Have you seen that?
Yes,
Yes,
I
I
heard.
have.
Yet
Did
another
one do
zombie.
well?
Apocalypse.
Yet another zombie apocalypse game, but I mean,
They not
it
died a death
looks
yet.
it looks like absolute shit, basically. But I saw someone getting very enthusiastic on YouTube about it, and it looks quite exciting. It's sort of like, have you played Project Zomboid?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's sort of like a souped up version of that, really. But it's pretty good. You can pick everything up and barricade yourself in, and it's all right. Passes an hour.
Yeah, they see that Dead State had been released today as well on Steam. There was another one in that sort of Project Zomboid
right.
type thing. I think that was the first one that everyone sort of started getting excited about, and all of a sudden it disappeared.
Yeah.
Went into early access, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that
it taken
released
off?
today. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it ever sort of went into the Steam early access system. It was one of those ones where it sort of the idea came out. Everyone got really excited about it. I think there was a sort of closed beta, and I think you could buy into that. And then all of a sudden it just went silent. And then, as I said, the first time I've heard of it in about a year is seeing it pop up on Steam today.
Well, this brings up an interesting question. Is the zombie fetish ending or over, or is it tailing off?
I think it's restarting.
Zombie
look
2.0.
Was there something I saw the other day? It's like the NFL in America is like one of the biggest TV events of the weekend.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead was more popular than two of the biggest games in the NFL this weekend.
Jeez.
Wow.
Like I think it had 14 million viewers, and the NFL was only getting 10 million.
Although that Patriots game got a biggest audience.
32 or something, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
massive.
the only game that beat the. I think the two biggest TV events was the Patriots Packers game and
Yeah.
Walking Dead being on. So it's still popular, obviously.
Still popular. So it's still popular in telly, still
Yeah.
games being churned out. We don't know
Comics.
what's happening with DayZ, do we? Comics.
Ah, well, there was an update about DayZ the other day, wasn't there?
Okay.
They've announced that the price is going up
Yeah.
as it gets closer and closer to
okay.
release. So what they did was,
Ching.
for the Steam sale, what they did was they announced beforehand that the price is going up. Like this is going to be the last chance you're going to get the game at this price. They bumped the
Yeah.
price up just before the Steam sale. So when the Steam sale came on, it reduced it back to the normal price. So they
That's a
reduced
little
it.
bit
They increased it to
underhanded, isn't it?
23 quid, and then when the sale came out, they reduced it back to 20. So,
Just
Because
don't
I played that
understand.
game.
Sorry.
Go on, Christian.
I don't understand what they're doing with it. They're supposed to be changing to this new engine, or they're supposed to be doing something to it, and they just keep adding all these things to it, and they just don't. I thought they were supposed to be starting again, basically. I don't understand it. I mean, I played it last night, actually. We started playing it again last night just to see
The
this.
standalone.
Yeah, standalone, yeah. And we actually we quite enjoyed it, to be honest. I mean, it felt smoother. I used to have terrible performance issues with it, but if top tip gamers, if you add the dash win XP parameter to your start parameter, it gets you about 10 extra frames. Because I think it plays it in is it played in Forces DX9 or something like that in it, but is it for DX9 or DX10? Forces is one of them anyway, but you can't alt tab out a game, it just crashes it. As I found out last night, I was talking to Chris, I forgot about it. I'm like, for fuck's sake. But yeah, it's not too bad. I think I'll be playing it again after I've been on air for an hour.
Okay.
yeah, fair enough. That's one game
I
I never
played it
got
for
into.
about a week.
Yeah.
It came out. We got excited. We played it for a week, and then realised that, of course, it was in alpha. We realised there wasn't much there, and every time I've played DayZ since, it's been the mod.
Right.
So maybe I should go back to the standalone. I don't know.
You need to play. You need to play Epoch or Breaking Point. But we've been down that road enough, haven't we? So-
We have.
See, Epoch was my first experience of DayZ.
Really?
Yeah. And I ran around
Okay.
for about half an hour, got eaten by a zombie, and I don't think I've been back to it.
Yeah.
It's like, this doesn't really interest me. This should interest me. This is exactly what I wanted from a game 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I wanted that epic
Yeah.
zombie survival, like do anything in the world sort of thing.
It is.
And
The
I
idea
played it,
is
and that was it.
wonderful. So
It's a shame. It's a shame Chris is not here because I wanted to talk to him about another game called The Long Dark. I see he's got it in his. It's in his list of wants in his Steam list. It's. I've been playing it this week. It's a fucking amazing game. It's another survival game. There's no zombies. The only things that can kill you is wolves and the weather, basically. It's like a
heard of it.
Oh, is this the one that's set in is like the not winter wasteland, but like a snowy?
frozen wilderness. Beautiful. It's the aftermath of a geomagnetic disaster.
Another apocalypse then.
That's it, yeah. But no, it's you're basically in cabins just looting stuff, trying to stay alive and like catching fish in sinkholes and ice holes, stuff like burning fires, and then you're running out of supply, so you think, right, I better go looking for stuff. And I'd been alive for 2 days, and I went outside with a blizzard, and I couldn't see a fucking thing. Got totally disoriented and died because I just got lost basically in this whiteout. Fucking amazing. It's really good. And there's only a
Now I know what Norwegians feel like.
I mean, it's not much of a game at minute. It's an alpha, and it's just a sandbox mode basically. So you can't play it properly. But it's one of those games I'm just forever stopping taking screenshots. It's absolutely beautiful to look at. So check it out, kids. The Long Dark.
The Long Dark. Yeah, I'll have a look at that.
Yep.
And quickly, while we're still talking about games, what was it called? A friend mentioned a game called This War of Mine. Has anyone heard of that?
Is this the one that's set in? Is it Bosnia or something? Or
yeah,
Warzone.
Yeah.
You play a civilian rather than a soldier.
Yeah.
You have to try and survive, and there's an awful lot of moral decisions to make. You know, you're hungry. Do you steal food from those kids who've got some food and let them starve so that you can feed your family?
Yes, of course you do.
Well, yeah, of course you naturally would. I fucking would. Fuck that shit. They're kids. Unless they've got a very, very big dad, I'm taking that food. So, has anyone played it, or have we all just sort of heard about it? Really?
I've heard about it. I had a look at it on Steam. It wasn't in the sale, I don't think, and I don't have a lot of money at the moment, so it's on my list for a Steam sale, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I might have a look at it if I get bored of Skyrim. I've definitely heard good things about it. Yeah.
Just before you go back to Saints Row.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to January when GTA 5 comes out because I've not touched it. I've not got any console, so I just cannot wait to play on PC.
Yes.
So,
what do you think? I mean, go on, Christian.
Plus, it's got first person as well, which, as I said before, I despise playing games in third person. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. I just so much prefer first person, and it just looks really exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, I played it on the PlayStation 3 and I completed it, and it was typical GTA for me. It was one of those ones where towards the end I just wanted to get through it. I just wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
I'd had all the fun I could have out of it, sort of thing, and it's just like, okay, just grind to the end now. I mean,
I don't think I've never finished one
yet. Previous ones. Yeah, GTA 4 and GTA 5 are the only two I ever finished properly. I finished San Andreas sort of. I think I cheated to get through the last couple of levels just to get it done and dusted, but. It's all right. It's an interesting world. I mean, it's an impressive technical achievement on the PS3, and I've seen the PS4 version in action. It looks incredible.
I was going to ask. I mean, it looks a lot better on current gen, doesn't it?
Yeah, now there's the FPS mode as well.
Yeah.
Makes me think, I might pick it up, but I'll wait for it to be cheap.
I'd love to see what it looks like on a fucking proper high-end PC. That's going to look awesome, isn't it?
It runs.
It runs. Yeah. I mean, the GTA games have always been. Go on.
When all the mods start coming out for it.
Yes, of course.
Magnificent mods for that.
Some of those GTA 4 mods are incredible.
They are, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. If your man does that ENB series, he might not even need it, but that ENB series mod for GTA 4, you know, the one that does all the
lighting and the
lighting,
and stuff. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Yep. Exciting.
So GTA 5 end of January. I will probably be busy playing Get Out of Hell.
I haven't seen the trailer for this yet, but I've heard it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, there is a short trailer. I saw a trailer today where they sing some fucking songs and it's all a bit
but I've heard it's hilarious. It's taking the piss out of Frozen, apparently.
Really? Yeah. No wonder, because I didn't get it, so I just stopped.
Yeah, apparently I haven't seen it yet, but straight after this I'll give it a watch.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's that's £15 on Steam, so I don't think that's going to be like a full game. It's going to be much more like a Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Just they've dumped a story into the game world.
It's going to be what Saints Row 4 was originally going to be.
Oh, of course, yes, something like
a £10-12 DLC.
Yeah. But I've heard for certain it's not Saints Row 5, and there are still rumours about the fifth game in itself. So that seems to be some kind of placeholder to kill time between 4 and 5. I don't know. Is anyone else going to get it? Am I the only?
I haven't finished 4 yet.
Nah.
I haven't finished 4.
No, I played an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, because 4 had issues with whenever I had more than one controller plugged in. Any sort of game controller, and it just wouldn't work. So I only ever played about a third of it, but what I played of it I loved. So I'll have to go back to it at some point.
It's worth finishing.
Sweet.
That's all I would say.
I think the last bit I played was I had the choice of going through the left door or the right door,
Oh yeah, so sort of die or stay alive.
and I chose poorly apparently. I think that was the last achievement I unlocked.
That sounds like a bit like Anthony's Firetop Mountain. Is it Firetop Mountain you used to read
the,
that book?
It's quite fucking hell.
Firetop Mountain. Bring it back, Anna. It's made.
You're in a
Right,
corridor.
so
There is a
much
crossroads. Do you take the
torture.
left or the right?
Just going, we spent 4 weeks going around in circles, honestly. I'm surprised we didn't starve to death. You know. Hell. Oh dear. What else have we got to talk about? Do we want to finish up? Do we want to talk about anything else?
I'm trying to think.
I mean, we were only going to have a short show tonight anyway, because of course Ant's not here. He's got his baby. Chris isn't here. He's very busy. So fingers crossed they're both back next week with me and Rich and Christian, or some other people, or fewer people. I don't know.
I should be around next week, so I'm sure I'll pop in.
Yeah, I'll be around, yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
I think
that's
what's
it,
happened
so-
in the last few days, but nothing special.
Yeah,
So.
not much. So, well, what can we say? You know, I mean, the cats have been away, so the mice have played. All the lunatics have taken over the asylum. Whichever common phrase you want to take, it's just, I don't know, it hasn't gone well, you know, for me. Chris said, you know, it'll start recording automatically. It'll send it to YouTube straight away. I don't know what's going on. This might be on YouTube now. The 5 minutes of us starting and going, what the fuck is going on, might be on YouTube. Or it might just have to be. I don't know. I really don't know. But I hope we've done a good job. I hope Chris and Ant are not too embarrassed.
Well, it might not be
Fire
live,
efforts.
and I might not get the sound over to them, so you never know. It could be all for nothing. But
Yeah.
We'll do it all again.
yeah, I'll check the recording and everything else afterwards. You never know.
This will be the missing episode where we had a lot of fun. So,
We can pretend it's a lot better than it was then.
Yeah.
yeah, of course, we can say, yeah, great show last night, guys. That was fucking brilliant. And then just never send them the footage.
Oh, that'd go down a
So-
treat with Ant, that would.
Yeah, he wouldn't be happy. But then he probably wouldn't have time to be unhappy, to be honest. You know, he's
No, that's
so
a fair
busy.
point.
Yeah. So should we have a quick recap before we go? Because I think a couple of things you mentioned. What was that book called? Ready Player One?
Ready Player One,
Ready-
yeah. I need to find out who wrote it quickly, actually. So if you want to cut away, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, someone can do the edit later. That's fine. Or you can just
Well, no,
Google
I
it,
meant
I'm sure
that
Google
you
will know.
can, chat to Christian quickly.
Yes, Christian, you mentioned something that I wanted to recap on. What was that zombie game set in the frozen north?
There's no zombies. It's called the Long Dark
The Long Dark, of course it is.
Exploration
Yes.
Survival Experience.
That looks really good. And is it sort of cel-shaded, cartoony looking?
Yeah, it is one of those cartoony-looking games.
Yeah. So that
It
seems
is.
exciting. And is it on Steam?
I
Early
think it's on
access?
Steam. There's some very cheap. You can find it really cheap if you look around on certain game
Look
key
around.
sites at the minute. Yeah.
Okay, so The Long Dark. Definitely need
The
to look
Long
at that. And we also need to look for Tony Blair's Christmas card.
Yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
indeed.
There we go. Cool.
The Star Wars
Now,
trailer, if that was
It's like The Walking
And the
Dead.
Star Wars trailer. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like
for
The
fuck's sake,
Walking Dead.
if you haven't seen that Star Wars trailer, please watch it. It's so awesome. It's so great, just when the Millennium Falcon comes in. Brilliant. Rich, have you found it?
Yes, it's Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and it's
Ernest
actually been in the
Cline.
news again recently because they are making a film out of it.
Ah,
But the problem
okay.
they've got is all the licenses they need. Because the book
shit,
features
yeah.
Monty Python's Holy Grail, War Games, and quite a few old arcade games from Atari, so stuff like Joust,
Yeah,
things like that. So they're struggling to get the licensing.
bloody
That
hell.
might be a change, but
yeah.
it's an absolutely brilliant read. If you don't want to read it, the audiobook version's available. It's by Will Wheaton doing the voice. It's absolutely incredible job by him as well. So well worth getting hold
Brilliant.
of, and it's quite cheap on Amazon right now. So one for Christmas, people.
Ready Player One. Wonderful. So, shall we finish up, gents? I think
we should.
we're done. We'll finish up with the embarrassment. So, I'd like to thank Rich and Christian for joining me at short notice. I'd like to thank Chris Mohan for giving me the login details. I promise I won't change the password. And that's it. So, this has been Mandraw Podcast, Pod Something Cast, Episode 5. You can stop whenever you want, Rich, but everyone who's out there listening and watching, we will see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.